Hello and welcome to Michael's Minty Music for today. Today we review Fall Out Boy's 2005 album From Under the Cork Tree. It's really good for sure. Really quite good. This is the track listing, and these are the tracks added to my playlist, 9 out of 13, so most of them. This album's really good. It's got a bunch of good tracks, and more importantly, it has some big hits that are really great and help improve the album. The opening 5 tracks here are just really incredible. And while not every song on the back half of the album is as incredible, the energy really never lets up, so it flows pretty well all the way to the end. Most of the songs sound pretty similar, but they still manage to be distinct. The style here is pretty much mid-2000s sort of punk pop rock. Some of the songs here are pretty rock heavy, and the bigger hits are unsurprisingly more pop oriented. The lyrics are all decent. The sort of fact that all the songs have pretty long and interesting names is good for some of them, but it does kind of wear out its welcome as a sort of amusing choice towards the end of the album. Plus, for many of the songs, it's not really clear how the song relates to the name, which isn't great, although the songs themselves are still pretty good, so it's more of a presentation issue. There are some songs here which are a bit slower than the usual songs, which is to say they're about medium speed instead of quick. It gives some variety, although it does definitely result in a slightly more poppy style, which some people don't like. I am fine with it though. Overall, I would say this is a super high quality album. It could use a bit more variety and polish, but I honestly can't complain since most of the songs here are generally pretty good. There was one single released before the album, Sugar We're Going Down, which was a big hit on the radio along with Dance Dance. On their first album, I thought all their songs sounded like Sugar, because that one is still almost overplayed on the radio, but it is really quite good and probably one of the best songs here, especially in the context of the album. However, for my favorite, I gotta go with the other big hit, Dance Dance. It's got the same level of quality as Sugar We're Going Down, but was never quite as overplayed, so I like it a lot more. Definitely those two are easily the best songs on the album. A step above everything else here, and I prefer Dance Dance of the two. I rank this album higher than their first one, 2003's Take This to Your Grave. The quality is basically the same, except From Under the Cork Tree is 2 big singles, which are much better than pretty much everything on their debut. The styles and sounds are similar, but From Under the Cork Tree clearly kind of perfected it, so I rank it higher, definitely polished it up and did it better. This is pretty much exactly what you want to see from a band who released a really good debut. No crazy changes in the sound, but a clear kind of polishing from their first album. Additionally, this album does take my top spot from 2005, taking it from the Strokes' 2005 album, First Impressions of Earth, which is pretty good, but doesn't flow especially well and kind of doesn't come together great as an album. It's kind of got a style issue. I don't think From Under the Cork Tree is a lot better than First Impressions, but I definitely prefer it most of the time. So, thank you for watching. Next up is the Undertale Soundtrack, released in 2015 with the game and composed by the game's creator, Toby Fox. This is a bit of an iconic game and soundtrack, so it'll be interesting to review. Stay tuned for that, and as always, stay minty.